Hi everyone, my name is Eva. I'm a holistic health consultant, and I wanted to bring to you a couple different verses that I found that might be of interest to you. And I'll also be sharing 3 different herbs that might be helpful as well. So the first verse I wanted to share with you comes from the book, The Wisdom of Ben Sira. The Wisdom of Ben Sira derives its title from the author, Yeshua, Jesus, son of Eleazar, son of Sira. This book seems to be the earliest title of the book, and the designation Liber, forgetting the pronunciation of this book, so I'm going to look it up for you. Ecclesiastes, meaning church book, appended to some Greek and Latin manuscripts, is perhaps due to the extensive use of the church made of this book in presenting moral teaching to catechumens, and to faith and to the faithful. The title Sirash comes from the Greek form of the author's name. And I'll just cut to the chase because I think the last paragraph explains what this book is about in the Bible. The contents of the Wisdom of Ben Sira are a discursive nature, not easily divided into separate parts. Chapter 1 through 43 deal largely with moral instruction, contain a eulogy of the heroes of Israel. There are 2 appendices in which the author expresses his gratitude to God and invites the unschooled to acquire true wisdom. So I'm going to be reading, this is the English version, and then I'll be following it up with it in Spanish. Again, just because I think it sounds really nice. Where are we? I'm going to be reading Wisdom of Ben Sira, chapter 17. Chapter 17, 24 through 29, appeal for a return to God. But to the penitent, he provides a way back and encourages those who are losing hope. Turn back to the Lord and give up your sins. Pray before him and make your offenses few. Turn again to the Most High and away from iniquity, and hate intensely what he loathes. Who in Sheol can glorify the Most High in place of the living who offer their praise? The dead can no more give praise than those who have never lived. They who are alive and will glorify the Lord. How great is the mercy of the Lord and his forgiveness for those who return to him. So I think I'll just read the meaning of this part of the Bible so you have an idea on what it means. Sirach 17 through 24 focuses on the repentance and the limitations of human life, contrasting God's mercy with the fleeting nature of human existence. It encourages sinners to turn back to God, acknowledging his forgiveness, and while also highlighting the vastness of God's power compared to humanity's morality. So that's the meaning, but I wanted to read it in Spanish as well. This one I'm not sure is as profound as the next one. So I might save, unless, I think it sounds really nice in Spanish, so I think I might just read it in Spanish. Even the description of the book of this section, I think, is important, and it sounds profound and you'll understand it better. And I'll try to translate it as I go. And then I wanted to read the description of this section to you as well, so you have an understanding of this section of the book of the Bible. This is, I'm still learning how to pronounce this word here. It is called
Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiástico in Spanish. And I just dropped my bookmark. Dos siglos antes de Cristo, Jesús, hijo de Isaac, escribió este libro que es una síntesis de las tradiciones y de las enseñanzas de los sabios. Era un hombre acomodado y de una educación. Parece haber estado al frente de una casa importante con servidumbre. Trató con mucha gente, se dedicó a trabajos y negocios que la resultaron bien, y al final este sabio confiesa que los libros sagrados le enseñaron los secretos del éxito. This is profound. I'm not sure, maybe I can pronounce this for you or translate. I'll read it again, just this small sentence. Este sabio confiesa que los libros sagrados le enseñaron los secretos del éxito. So the person who wrote this really, el sabio confiesa, the wise one confesses that the books that are sacred taught the secrets of success. I really love the way that they've translated this in Spanish. I feel is a lot more felt. So that's why I want to take the opportunity to explain this to you. Al escribir el presente libro, quiso compartir con otros lo que había leído en aquellos y comprobado con su propia experiencia. Al escribir el presente libro, so the book, this book that was presented, he wanted to share with others what he had learned or what he had read, lo que había leído en aquellos y comprobado, and had proved with his own experience. Escribe algunos años antes de la crisis religiosa de que se habla en los libros de los acabeos. Muchos de sus compañeros, I've got to read that again because it says, muchos de sus contemporáneos se dejaban atraer por la cultura griega y su religión judía les parecía anticuada, So the people during this time were led by the Greek and the religion of the Jews seemed antiquated to them. I'm just translating what I'm reading right here. I don't know if this is actually how it's supposed to be. I'll read you the excerpt exactly from, I think I read it to you already, so it's fine. El autor quiere mostrarles los que significaba la fe. So this is why I wanted to share this with you. El autor quiere mostrarles a los que significa la fe para que vive en el mundo y se enfrenta con los 1000 problemas de la vida práctica. So this book here is really teaching us about the significance of faith y para que vive el mundo y se enfrente for the world and for the problems that it is confronted with. So this is why this book was written, was to explain the meaning of faith. En ninguna otra nación hay una sabiduría superior del pueblo de Dios, porque allí es donde la sabiduría ha venido a habitar por orden divina. El presente libro muestra cómo la ley de Dios lleva a una vida personal y social más humana, más inteligente y más responsable. So the last sentence is one of my favorite. It says, the book presents and explains the law of God, lleva una vida personal y social. So it talks about how to live personally and socially in a more intelligent and responsible way. So I really wanted to take the time to explain this to you so that you could understand why I was so passionate about sharing these two verses. And now I'll read it in Spanish if I recall where I have it here. So it's verse 17. It's chapter 17. I'm just going to read the first couple of lines. El Señor sacó al hombre de la tierra y allá lo hace volver. Para cada uno terminó el tiempo de su venida y el número de sus días. Les dio poder sobre las cosas de la tierra. Los revisitó de fuerza y semejante a la suya, haciéndolos a su imagen. This is really nice because he's explaining that he made them out of his own image, or people in general. Hizo que todo ser animado los temiera y que fueran amos de las ferias salvajes y de las aves. So now I'm on to chapter 18. Okay, so chapter 18 is called The Divine Power and Mercy. I think I'm going to read the first few lines and then the very ending. I might get through the whole thing. We'll see. Chapter 18, verse 1 through 14. The divine power of mercy. He who lives forever created the whole universe. Oh yes, this is why I chose it, because I really love the words it uses. The Lord alone is just. To whom has he given power to describe his works, and who can search out his mighty deeds? Who can measure his majestic power or fully recount his mercies? No one can lessen, increase, or fathom the wonders of the Lord. When mortals finish, they are only beginnings, and when they stop, they are still bewildered. What are mortals? What are they worth? What is good in them, and what is evil? The number of their days seems great, and if it reaches 100 years, like a drop of water from the sea and grain of sand, so are these few years among days of eternity. That is why the Lord is patient with them and pours out his mercy on them. He sees and understands their death is wretched, and so he forgives them all the more. Their compassion is for their neighbor, but the Lord's compassion reaches all flesh, reproving, admonishing, teaching, and turning them back as a shepherd his flock. He has compassion on those who accept his discipline, who are eager for his precepts. So I really loved the middle portion of this verse, and it actually is really a coincidence that I'm actually here in Seaport and the ocean is right behind me. Where is it? This is chapter 18, verse 10. Like a drop of water from the sea and a grain of sand, so are these few years among the days of eternity. And then I'll just read you the meaning of this verse. As soon as the folks behind me walk by, so you can hear me. In Wisdom of Ben Sira, so the chapter that I just read, chapter 18, verses 1 through 14, the text explores the greatness and mercy of God, contrasting it with the limitations and morality of humanity. It emphasizes God's eternal nature, wisdom, and power, while also highlighting his compassion towards humans despite their frailty and brevity of life. The passage also touches on the importance of prudence, charity, and fulfilling one's vows. So I felt this is really profound because it really touches upon like what we're doing here, each one of us. It really reminds us of remembering what we promised ourselves to do here on earth. We all know what we're here to do. We all have our natural gifts, and I think that these two verses really highlight those and really encourages us to do that, and so I felt the need to share that. Okay, on to the herbs that I wanted to share with you. The first one is called echinacea, and it looks like this. Echinacea is a summer flowering perennial which grows best in the sun. The root of the plant is used in Western herbalism to rid the body of microbial infections and is effective against both bacteria and viruses. The properties of this echinacea, which can be drank as a tea, is antiseptic, stimulates the immune system, and is antibacterial. Antimicrobial. The uses are, let's see, I'm gonna just cut to the chase here. Take for boils, acne, flu, persistent infections. Use as gargle and mouthwash for sores, sore throat, tonsillitis, mouth ulcers, and gum infections. It says take regularly for a weak immune system if the patient suffers chronic tiredness and is susceptible to minor infections. So this is one that I know is a secret among a lot of people that are not drinking enough of it. I'll leave the best for last. Let's see. The second one is one that we all have all the time, is carrot. Carrot is one of my favorites since I can remember. When I was 5 years old, my mom would make it fresh for us, fresh carrot juice. And I would eat the residue from the skins of the carrot, which is my favorite. I love carrot, anything, carrot cake, carrot, anything at all. Carrots were first used as medicinal herbs rather than as vegetables, and they have the dual purpose of acting as therapeutic agents and providing the best source of beta carotene, a form of vitamin A in the human diet. They are rich in vitamin A, B, C, and E, and the minerals phosphorus, potassium, and calcium. Chinese medical practitioners suggest eating carrots for liver energy. It actually reminds me that I need to talk to you about duality in this world and everything that we come across in all of its existence and in all times, is that we'll always face duality, and so we need to learn how to work around that, stay in the right path. So that's a topic for the next video maybe. And I wanted to remember to share that I wanted to show my palms for the belief of sending good vibes to people. I think it's important to remember to do that. And so for carrot, it says properties: energizing, cleansing, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, and antibacterial. Drink fresh raw carrot juice daily to energize and cleanse the body. It helps to relieve the effects of stress, fatigue, and boost the body for after illness. I would do more research about this eating carrots. It's very good for you. And then the final one I wanted to share are cloves. Cloves are the dried buds of a tree of the myrtle family. Almost 20% of the clove's weight is essential oil obtained by distilling and used in perfumes, blends of spices, medications, and candles. Cloves' deodorizing properties have long been used externally, but they may also be used as an internal deodorizer, refreshing the breath and reducing body odor. Something I can tell you about cloves is that my grandmother actually, in my culture, Guatemalan culture, it is used often, actually. And people don't know enough about eating cloves is really good for you. And I can share with you a special recipe that my mom makes with cloves. It's like a rice pudding chicken with cloves. So you don't really eat the cloves. It's just the taste that you'll have and the nutrients that you'll benefit from it. And I can share that with you in the description box below, or I'll make a post about it. So the properties of cloves are warming, antiseptic, digestive, antifungal. Let's see, the uses are oil of cloves can be placed directly on a sore tooth or mouth to draw out the infection and ease the pain before visiting the dentist. Chew cloves for the same effect. Drink a cup of clove of tea a day to ease depression. So it's also really good for calming reasons. I think that's all I had for you for today. Thank you for watching. And again, I'm gonna show my palms so that I'm sending you good vibes and a warm hug. I know I've seen an influencer do this before, and I felt it was so nice to just see her do this, because I really felt the good vibes come through the screen when she did that. So I wanted to share and do that with you too. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.